Freshman Multimedia. It's me, Mr. Cheney, with another brilliant tutorial. Today, it's all about the crap posters, and we're starting with contrast. We have yesterday started to do the paper version, and so that was with pencils, crayons, rulers, all that good stuff. You're creating your own contrast poster, and this is the second part of it. So you're going to take that artistic creation that you did with your own hands and you're going to digitize it. So using the computer, recreate what you have. But since it's on the computer, you can make it better because you can add stuff and do things with gradients and color and fonts and stuff that maybe your artistic ability wouldn't allow you to do. And that's the point of this exercise. So if you have a paper version, much like this, you'll have the word contrast 3 times. You'll have 3 different boxes as a background for 3 different types of fonts. And this is an excellent example of an A paper for this assignment. So now we're going to go recreate something like this, and I'm going to show you the most simple tool. And I know we use PowerPoint a lot, but that's because it's a very powerful tool. So you can actually do this in PowerPoint. I'm going to show you how. So if we open up PowerPoint and we just go to a blank slide, we're going to go to layout and make this blank. And then we're going to do our 3 boxes. So we have, how many squares do we have? 2. So we don't have a even amount of squares, but we can get pretty close. They don't have to be exactly even. So here's what I'm going to do. Going to insert shape, get this square right here, and maybe go 2.5 like that. And then I'm going to click it, Control C and Control V, and that gives me a second one. And Control V gives me a third one. So how close do I get on that? Pretty close. I'm not really happy with that, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that it's closer to even. Okay, so Control C, Control V, Control V again. Let's see how close I got. Pretty close. Not bad, not bad. Cool. So I got 3 different boxes. Now, they have to be 3 different colors. So the first one can stay blue if I want, or if I want to change it to a different blue, I can do that. So it's shape fill. And if you don't want to use one of these standard colors, you can go to more fill colors and you can put in values here or do one of these numbers like this. So let's go pink. Keep that blue, and I'm going to change this one to some sort of green, I think. So let's go like that. Okay. So now I need 3 types or 3 contrasts. So here's where we can get kind of creative too. So I would say you can go with word art, any one of these word arts, and I'm going to do contrast. Increase the size of the text. And if 96 isn't big enough, I can type in here what I want, so maybe 125, and enter, and that's pretty big. And now let's change the color of the font. So that's right here, this text fill, a text outline. So what would contrast with pink? Well, I can use one of the recent colors like this, and that would be interesting. And then I could do a text outline if I want, maybe, so that would be interesting too. And then the outline can make the weight a little thicker so I can see it. Now all of a sudden, we've got ourselves a good looking contrast square. Last thing we could do to make this a little more unique is actually change the font type. So instead of this boring Calibri, we can go down and find ourselves something that's a little more interesting like Broadway. And there we go. So that's the simplest version. If you want to get even more creative, what we can do is go to cooltext.com. So I've got cool text here. You can use any one of these, or if you wanted to find yourself a different font, So I went to, let's see, I went to Cool before this morning, and I thought that was pretty interesting. This one's pretty interesting too. Let's do that. And then what's cool is you don't have to download this font. They'll actually make all of these from this font as well. So I can go here, I can put contrast, and I'm going to increase this to 100 so that it's clear. Not 1000, 100. And create logo, and download logo. And I can go back to PowerPoint, insert picture from device. There's my cool text right there, and that looks pretty good. Here, I think I like it there. And then I can go back and do the same thing. So if I wanted to do word art again, I could do that, or I could go over to cool text to do this. So I think I'll just do PowerPoint again. So I'm going to do insert word art, and just type contrast, and change the size. I think 125 was okay. Change the font type to something more interesting. That's kind of cool. And I'm going to change text fill to, and will it let me to text outline with like a green? Let's try it. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. And make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. Grab the text box. There we go. Good to go. So, and if you wanted to, you can add some like images and stuff. So this student from a few years ago, on their digitized version, put some like other markings on there to make it look pretty cool. So that's it. You now have our digitized version of what you were going to create on your contrast poster from before. Refer back to this tutorial if you need help with that. Otherwise, I will see you in class for additional assistance.